Racing games. 8 racing games, like a mysterious hand of cards. New racing games. New hair. Yeah, I don't know how I feel either. Forza Horizon 6 is a very obvious one that we know is coming and should be announced within literally a few days now. At least that's what the rumors would suggest. Now, I'm sure you've seen the full kind of explanation, the full idea. You've seen the full idea here. Forza Horizon 6 is coming. It's just a question of when, and they'll probably be going, I think, sooner rather than later. I've got a full video on that. But it is very much, I won't want to say make or break for the Forza Horizon franchise, but it's make or break for the Xbox brand. With GTA coming around the corner very soon to decimate the market as it stands, I think this will dictate whether people will be on Xbox or not. So that's why it is so significantly important. But we know about FH6. We've got dedicated videos about FH6. Let's wait and see if the announcement comes. But what we do know is definitely coming, and actually very, very soon, is this Tokyo Extreme Racer. And you're probably questioning me, and you're like, Theo, did you forget this game already came out? I didn't. It came out in early access. Now is time for the full release. This is pretty epic. GR Yaris? Anybody? Lexus RCF? Anybody? A90 Supra? Anybody? LC500? Okay, you get the idea. Lots are coming. This game is getting its full release in literally this month, the 25th, the day that we're supposed to hear about the announcement of FH6. If you head over to the channel, you can just see the amount and quality of the cars that are actually coming to the game is substantial. There's going to be some major changes to the game based on feedback, and it is time, my friends, to essentially release the full game. And as always, I will get the question, what about PlayStation? What about Xbox? Don't worry. Now that the game is fully releasing, you can imagine the console version of it is basically closer than ever. So fingers crossed on that. Next up, the Crew Motorfest. Yeah, you're confused once again. I understand you. No, listen, hear me out. You may remember a year ago, it has been another year since its biggest expansion yet. And that means it is time for another one. We got a vast update with this a year ago. This was the year 2 update. We're now going into the year 3 update, but the game has been out 2 years. It's for the year 3 of the game. We got a whole new island, a whole new playlist to go along with the island, and the island has been forever expanding since then. But it's already time for more of it. More expansion, more The Crew. And I'm kind of excited to see what they've been cooking for like the last year for these large expansions that they do. And we don't have to wait for long to find out. 50 million players were celebrated along with this video from Fergus.
On October 16th, we will be hosting a brand new The Crew Showcase. And trust me, this one is going to be the biggest ever for The Crew franchise.
Wait,
from all of us.
I didn't get that before.
Ivory Tower.
The biggest for the franchise ever. I don't know if you remember, but Wild Run was a thing. The Wild Run update was insane. It completely changed The Crew 1 and basically also introduced the Summit, which then gave us the Forza Festival playlist. So, moving on. No, I'm very excited for this. And of course, you know, I love The Crew and I cannot wait to see what they are coming up with. New island? Another one? Bring back the USA map? Okay, that's maybe too far. This is where things get a little interesting. This one's going to be a difficult one to explain, but I don't know if many of you remember the franchise Burnout. You may. Burnout is spiritually coming back. The founders of Burnout created this game. They in fact have created a few games, but this is their next one with a publisher behind it. This is going to be the new Burnout, if it were. This game has been in development for such a long time, and it is clearly not of the level of some of the other games we've been talking about today, but the idea is this is the beginnings of what could be a return to Burnout. They even got the font there in the trailer. I'm looking forward to this. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm looking forward to having some fun with cars in ways that we normally wouldn't. And that's coming out October 28th. It was kind of feeling like this game would never see the light of day, but I guess it's going to, and we'll see what it's like when it comes out. You're in the right place, you already know. Next up, these two logos. They're kind of a dual situation. We've got Lighthouse Games and Maverick games. We've spoken about these very briefly in their own dedicated videos, so I don't feel the need to go fully in depth, but once again, in the description, you'll find videos dedicated to these studios, if you will. The official news is that both of these are kind of formed of people that left Playground Games, the developers that make Forza Horizon, with frustrations with not being able to create or go bigger or go different. And that's why we've got two games that are kind of going to be probably similar to Forza Horizon, but with two different directions. Maverick is making a story-based racing game, which, I don't know, that almost feels like Need for Speed The Run to me, and that might be one of my favorite racing games. I don't know, Need for Speed. They're making a Forza Need for Speed is what I am envisioning in my head, and that is something I've been begging Forza to do for a long time. So that I'm very much looking forward to. I like my story-based racing games. However, Lighthouse Games, they are making what they would like to refer to as a disruptive racing game. Whatever the hell that means, it means different, breaking, groundbreaking, something that people haven't done before. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing what the hell they mean by that. So anyway, these two are making games because they were bored with Forza, but they have industry backing from like Amazon and Tencent, which is going to be properly interesting because they were like, I made Forza, give me money. And everyone was like, yes. So we'll see how that goes. Next up, we have Screamer, and this is made by Milestone. You may know them from many other games that they make, but this one's properly interesting. This is a like, returning IP, but like a new creation of it. And this is quite interesting indeed. So a lot of people, there were two camps with Need for Speed Unbound, but one of them was like, oh, it's too cartoony, I didn't like it. And the others were like, they didn't go far enough. This is if they went full anime racing, and it's gonna be quite interesting indeed. I'm not sure how to feel about it. It's going to be very unique, and so therefore I'm interested in checking it out, but I'm curious to see how it's gonna play. Milestone usually make more like sim-based stuff. We're gonna see how they're gonna go with something properly arcade like this. It gives me Ridge Racer, it gives me, well, Screamer. It's Screamer. It's already a game. It's just back. Now, some people did get hands-on with this game a little bit earlier. I didn't because I didn't go to Gamescom. Kind of wish I did just for this game. But hey, as soon as I get my hands on like a demo build, we'll check it out and see what we think. But right now, I'm just very intrigued. I want to know more about this game. I don't really understand. It seems like they're just gonna be fighting in cars, which seems to be a theme. Bro got smited.
Hello? We're here for the tournament.
Coming next year? I don't know. It looks pretty interesting to me. Now, this is Gran Turismo 7, but I don't know if you know how long it's been since this game came out. 3 years and 6 months since Gran Turismo 7 released. And I am very curious and pretty certain that they are in hard on the development for the next Gran Turismo. Now, this one could be super interesting because I imagine what's going to happen here is we're not going to see it on the PS4 and it's going to be a PS5 only game. This game was on both systems, so this is going to take advantage in ways that isn't just fast loading of the new PlayStation hardware. And realistically, this should be coming out soon because we are, it's weird to say this, reaching the end of the generation for the PlayStation 5 and of course the Xbox Series S and X. We are at the end. This is insane to say. I think there's going to be more crossover than there ever has been with generations, as in like there's going to be a lot of support for PS5. But if GTA is coming out, we're at the end. That's what it's all about, you know? So, Gran Turismo 8 likely coming, because normally, I said this previously, that Gran Turismo usually has 2 games on the main platforms before they just cease. So we're expecting another mainline Gran Turismo on the PlayStation 5 before the end of the generation, and the end of the generation is a couple of years away. 2 and 2 together. It's coming very soon. If you want to know more about Gran Turismo 8, I've also got a video dedicated to that, pointing to what we expect. And of course, we heard about the cancellation of the PC version, which is really frustrating, but it may mean Gran Turismo 8 on PC at launch or close to. I could fully move to PC. Anyway, I'm excited about the idea, and I'm curious to see what they can do changes-wise, because they've been throwing cars out the arse, but what I really need to see for Gran Turismo is a little bit more focus on campaign. I think everyone agrees there. We need things to do with the cars, Polyphony. Forza Horizon 6, Tokyo Extreme Racer, The Crew again, Recreation, Lighthouse and Maverick Games game, Screamer, Gran Turismo 8, and that's just the ones we know at least that are coming. When we're talking about these, there are other games studios working on racing games that are just like, we're working on a racing game, and there's not any details. I didn't mention those, okay? COVID had a really weird delay with the industry and made some weirdness, but my friends, the awards are coming soon, and so we need to start picking them, and I feel like most important category is going to be what's coming, because, yeah, and I know there's going to be people asking about Need for Speed. I've got dedicated videos on those as well. What I'm going to say is, we've got to wait for Battlefield to come out, which is coming out soon, and I won't be buying. Good night!